So now a new week on Xenoverse 2 technically means a new Festival of Universes event at the same time, and in today's video we're going to be going over all the new things with the Festival of Universe event that changed from week 1 to week 2. Now first and foremost guys, there are 4 new camaraderie characters that you can find in the lobbies. Now again, it is RNG based, so they will pop up at random, but the 4 new ones are, as you can see right here, we got Android 18 along with Cell. If you scroll down, I have Android 17, and the only new one that I have not been able to find yet, loading in and out of here like 6-7 times probably, is the man's Captain Ginyu. All the others are still not available at this point in time, so characters like Gogeta, for example, who is the one I want most. I believe Rose Goku Black is another one that I really want as well. Those 2 characters are still not here. I don't think Broly's here. All those other characters are still not here at this moment in time. The only new camaraderie characters are again 18, Cell, 17, and Captain Ginyu. Now it does still have all the first week's characters that will pop up. As you see, Zamasu right here, you got Deborah over there, there's 17 back there, he's a new one, you got Krillin back here. So if you didn't finish any of the camaraderie characters in the first week, like I got most of them to the end, did not finish all of them though, got a lot of 4-star ones as you see with Zamasu, Raditz, Nappa, Videl, characters like that. If you did not finish them, you still have the opportunity to do so this week as well, and I'm assuming they will always be in basically from here on out. Now again, the only new ones, like I said, are Cell, 18, 17, and Captain Ginyu. Sadly, we don't got none of the cool characters like Gogeta and the others I mentioned before. Now in terms of rewards, it seems like it's pretty much the same stuff. When you go to check rewards, right, you go to weekly rewards, the rankings are exactly the same in terms of TP medals. This stuff right here is exactly the same in terms of what you can see and look at. This was basically like it was last week. You go to overall rewards, the ranking again, rank 1 through 100, you get the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Aura. Rank for every other thing is exactly the same. Over here, again, exactly the same stuff. Then you go to other rewards. This is exactly the same for reaching your total point markers, which is kind of cool in a sense. It doesn't take away the points that you gained from last week for this right here. So basically through these 9 weeks, you'll have 9 weeks to get to 47,000, which is a bit forgiving, but it also does kind of suck for those who did get to 47,000 already within the first week, trying to make sure that they got all these rewards. Because as you see, I did not, thankfully, so I didn't have to waste a lot of time grinding on this. I was more wasting time, not wasting time, but my time was going towards videos and things along those lines with all the uploads that I have been going up, right? So again, I didn't finish this at all, so it does give me a feeling that I have a lot of time to complete this, considering it does seem like until this is all over with in 9 weeks total, because that's when there's no more info, that's when I'm assuming your actual points will reset. But this does kind of suck at the same time, because then that also means things like most likely the Pride Trooper uniform that's custom, the other custom outfits, the other auras and things like that won't be available until 9 weeks is actually over, and then we'll actually get some new rewards in these regards right here. So it's kind of cool that they do let you keep your points, but at the same time it does kind of suck, because that means we won't be seeing new rewards for this event technically until week 9 is over, when it comes to all this stuff right here. And then also with the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Aura for top 100, things like that, none of that is actually changing. So that's all the stuff you need to know in regards to rewards and camaraderie characters. Now, the new type of mission basically that will be giving you bonuses is expert missions. Now, these are the expert missions that you want to do, the ones with the double arrows. Now, I've only done 9 and 14 because 14 gives you 260 points while 9 gives you 230 points. So here's what I would do personally, guys. If you're doing this offline by yourself, 9 is definitely the way to go, because of the simple fact that it is much quicker by yourself than the Great Ape mission. But if you have other homies that are just spamming a bunch of moves at the Great Apes, these can go by very, very quick at the same time. And if you are doing it with a full lobby of homies and things like that, then you definitely want to go for expert mission 14, because it gives you a little bit more points, and it also gives you 14 TP medals as opposed to expert mission 9, which only does give you 6. So for that simple reason right there, you definitely want to do expert mission 14 if you are online and with a whole group. But if you're offline and by yourself, expert mission 9 is definitely the easier way to go in terms of time. Like you can see the times differences between Expert Mission 9 and Expert Mission 14 that I had. I believe 9 took me under 2 minutes, while 14 took me like 4.5 minutes by myself, because it's basically just me throwing stuff at the computer or at the great apes, and they do have a decent amount of health in comparison to normal great apes, so they don't go down nearly as quickly. But again, if you have a bunch of people throwing stuff like bending kamehamehas, vanishing balls, ultimates, all things like that at the same time, you can get through these great apes pretty much instantly and just as fast, if not faster, than Expert Mission 9 at the same time. So again, if you're online, go for 14, offline, go for 9, if you are only concerned with the glory point side of things. Now, if you're more concerned with something like, for example, the actual TP medals that you get alongside the glory points, then definitely go for 14 all day, because like I said, I believe this one gives you 14 TP medals, while Expert Mission 9 only does give you 6. So that is essentially everything you need to know, though, about this week's Festival of Universes event. The tournament shop clerk is still not open. I don't necessarily know what the hell this is going to be, and it says tournament shop clerk. So what tournament is going to be going on with the Festival of Universes at any time to where he's actually relevant? So this is still the biggest mystery in the whole Festival of Universe event. Now, if you did not collect your rewards, make sure you come to this time space delivery and get all your gifts from last week, because a bunch of stuff was distributed, especially if you did make it to that 47,000 marker. You want to make sure you get all your stuff. But again, with that being said, that is pretty much everything that you need to know about this week's version of the Festival of Universe event. Now, I'm just very curious about next week and what is going to be like the bonus missions for next week at the same time. Is it going to be cross versus? Is it going to be 1 versus 1? What is it exactly going to be where you get those bonus points for next week, since that has not been announced yet at this moment in time? But with that being said, this is everything you need to know, like I said before. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and if you'll be participating in this week's Festival of Universes event like you did last week's, or maybe you'll be someone who's just waiting, for example, for it to be 1v1 based or cross versus based, so you can have a little bit more fun in this grind, because expert missions and parallel quests are definitely the least fun, I would say, out of all 4 modes that appear in here, between parallel quests, cross versus, expert missions, and 1v1s, because I don't think raids will ever be boosted, because there will be times where there's no raid going on, so that wouldn't necessarily make sense. But again, let me know what you're going to be doing, if you're going to be waiting or just grinding the expert missions, because again, expert missions is the best grind for TP medals at the same time of glory points as well. So till next time, my boys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you have a good one. Hey, Shao.